Alright guys, I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm not sure it's gonna work. We're gonna go live one more time. Maybe it works. We'll see. Alright. See what we got. I'm gonna try it one more time, guys. One more time. Oh my goodness. See if I can get my trying to get my video to update. Whew. It's the internet out here, y'all. Wind got me somehow. Now I can't get my feed to pop up. There we are. Now we got something. We're gonna get there, guys. I started seeing my numbers going down, the people that was on, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Whew. Get everything set back up. I moved over a little bit closer to my signal. Got Tim on. What's going on, Tim? Up Kentucky, you're outdoors. Yeah, some pretty nice shrimp. We got a lot of smalls this trip. We got some small ones, but it's some nice medium ones. I'm having to grade them out right now. That's what I'm doing. Getting ready to get them in the freezer. Country internet's always a little sketchy. Yeah, Mr. Bill, it's we're working on it. We're trying. We got. I don't know. You know, I'm outside too, and we got AT&T just put a tower in here, like right at the house. So I've got better reception available here. And Danielle and Dylan have already swapped over. I hadn't swapped over yet. I had a good bit on my contract with the phone company. So I'm trying to, my plan is to swap over. Verizon's sending all kind of deals now, wanting to make deals. Well, I told them the other day, I said, well, we've had y'all 30-something years, and y'all ain't tried to make no deals, so why would I want to make a deal now, you know? They losing their customer base because they don't want to make things better and get you better internet, get better phone signal, put more towers up, stuff like that. They ain't investing in their customers. So in my area at least, they losing their customer base. You know, we can't, we try and do this kind of stuff, we got to have the best internet and stuff that we can get. So we got yeah, fiber optic. We got fiber here now, Mr. Bill. They just got it in, and we're waiting. See if I can turn this just a little bit. We're waiting. We're in the process. They're scheduled to come out and hook up any day now. They had it in at the road a month or two ago. They finished all that, getting the lines run. Now they're coming back around, hooking the services up. So we're going to try to go fiber. We did get Starlink's what we got right now, and it's better than what we had. We had a landline. It was horrible. Starlink ain't bad, but fiber's gonna be a little more dependable. Like today, when the wind gets to blowing stuff like that outside or out back, ours don't tend to come through the side of the house very well. And I didn't notice y'all a while ago. I'm sorry, I didn't notice that I wasn't looking up the screen, so I didn't know it was sitting there buffering. But appreciate y'all putting in the comments, because I seen it on the phone when y'all put it in the comments that we was buffering. I don't know, I hate to start over on a live like that. That's almost, you lose some viewers, and you had to go in there and retype in all the stuff, all the settings for that live. It's kind of a pain when that happens. But I got an hour or two to mess around and do this. Old man Catfish in the house. Like we lost Willie, he ain't come back yet. He'll check back in a few minutes though. Appreciate all y'all that check in. Yeah, I don't do them snakes, Mr. Bill. That's a big no for me. I ain't all about them snakes. I ain't about the snakes. I covered a lot of what we had going on, the shrimping trip and stuff. Last night, I was kind of seeing if any new guys come in, or any new people come in, we would go back over some of that, but I don't know if everybody's at work right now. It's not a good time to do a live. But I think y'all know by now, we've done said, like, we can't really schedule our lives. It's going to be hard for us to ever get on a regular live schedule. At least these days with me on shift and stuff, probably not going to happen. Panama City, Florida watching. Samuel, have you, I don't recognize the name. Have you been on the channel before? You just find us or what? Glad to have y'all from Florida. We've had quite a few people from Florida lately. People from all over Florida, Alaska, Canada, UK, Texas, North Carolina, West Virginia, people all over. Like we're starting to get a pretty good outreach to other states and around all over for YouTube. Appreciate everybody. Y'all building the YouTube channel, not us. We just here. Me and Danielle, we just here. Bayou Threads. Bayou Threads says shipping God's country merchandise to Florida. So somebody in Florida ordered something. Appreciate y'all over there in Florida. I don't know, probably hats, maybe a shirt or something. Got Mr. Joe busy this morning. Put him to work, shipping. Chit Chat's in there. Samuel said, I watched the show, not usually live, just saw it a Mr. Saw it and jumped on. I got you, Samuel. Yeah. The live's a little bit different, Samuel. We're trying to figure it out ourselves. Internet glitched a little bit ago. What's up, Justin? I know Justin's been on here. We caught some shrimp. I don't know if we really whacked them. I mean, we was catching 5-10 pounds of drag. You know, that beats sitting around the house. You can put a few in the freezer, but we actually, for the guys that's on it, if you wasn't on last night, we actually been in South Louisiana shooting some video with. We actually went to shoot some shrimp trawl videos with Redline Outdoors and That Louisiana Life. Keith and Drake from that was with us. Had a good time. Shot some video. Y'all get to see some videos coming out on both of those guys' channels. Or I say guys, That Louisiana Life. You got Miss Terry in there too. But she let us go and do a little shrimping. So I'm not gonna get too deep into that story, but I'll let that be told on their channel. But we had a good time. Good people. Ate good. Y'all want to see me do some cooking? May or may not be cooking in one of their videos. Little heads up. Make sure y'all watch to the end. Pretty sure that'll be later in the video. But you might get to see some good cooking and eating in there on that channel. Little heads up on that. Like to throw some hints out there every once in a while, y'all. But yeah, we had a good time. Put a few shrimp in the freezer. Everybody got to keep some shrimp. Don't get much better than that. Was expecting brown shrimp when we got down there, and it wasn't brown shrimp at all. So we kind of had to regroup on our net setup, but we did that, and we caught mostly, it's a few brown shrimp mixed in, but we mostly caught white shrimp this trip, which was a little unexpected. Pretty sure they're gonna probably close the white shrimp season with the white shrimp, or close the shrimping season pretty soon with the white shrimp showing up like that. Let them get a little bit bigger and probably open it again. Usually it opens sometime around August. We're in the area we were in, so that's kind of what I expect is going to happen. I imagine we'll go back down there and try to get Miss Danielle back down there probably in August, September, or probably not in August, but maybe in September. We'll see. I got a lot going on in August. That's running pretty close to elk season, and I'll be getting ready for all of that, so I'm not sure if we get to squeeze another trip in August, if it opens back up then or not. We just have to see. Also got to get the hunting club ready, do some tractor work, all that good stuff, so y'all know we'll be busy doing that. I'm sure during that time our lives, we've been trying to at least do one live a week or two if we could. Sometimes I can do it like this and do a couple back to back, but I was pretty proud of the live last night. Had a lot of people get on last night. Had up over 80 a couple times last night on here. I know some of the fish cleaning's really popular. Those were our best lives, was the fish cleaning, so I don't know, we had 160, 170 people on some of those lives at one time on the fish cleaning. So I'm pretty sure in the future we're going to try to do some fish cleaning lives and stuff again as we can, as we get time. I had to move, so I'm right over here by my generator, y'all. Trying to keep these shrimp, once I get them deheaded like that, I like to put them back on the ice and keep them nice and cool until I put them up. Keep them cool. Keep them cool, keep the flies off of them. I'll catch up on them comments in just a second, y'all. Let me get some more shrimp throwed up on the deck. I got a few more down in this ice chest that we got to get. mountain of goodness right there. Let me rinse my ice chest out real quick. With things like shrimp, and fish, I like to keep my ice chest and stuff as clean as possible. Keep everything rinsed out. Don't need all that smelling up. Looks like the live's holding up this time, maybe. Maybe it won't glitch again like it did. That's the thing about this shrimp, and it'll take me 2 days to get all this stuff, the boat cleaned out and put up. I did, you're down there in the salt water. I did go ahead and run fresh water through my motor last night. Went ahead and got that done. But gotta get that salt water off everything, so I'll rinse the boat down and all good probably in the morning when I get in from work. Try to get all this shrimp, seafood stuff, crab and stuff put up today. Be done with all that. We're gonna make it. It's a little bit of work. It ain't a little bit of work, it's a lot of work, but y'all can see we got a mess of shrimp. There'll be some good eating, some good cooking in some future videos. Let me try to catch up on the comments. Ooh, I'm way behind. Chit Chat got in there. Appreciate Chit Chat. Bayou Threads, just in case. Mr. Bill again. Friend of his out in Idaho. Muskrat Outdoors. A lot of hunting and trapping. Okay, we'll check him out or try to. Don't let me forget. You know my mind's bad. You're Outdoors. You save the heads for crab trap bait. You're Outdoors. We're not in South Louisiana, so I would have to haul. We're in North Louisiana, so we would have to haul like the heads and stuff. I catch so much fish and stuff. We don't tend to worry about crab bait and stuff like that. We get rid of the heads, or you could use them for catfish bait and stuff like that. But I got so much bait up here, shad and different things that it'd be. I just don't need it. I got plenty of bait. I got a lot of bait up here where I'm at. I can cast net, shad. Don't know how much. If we'll do a lot of. I don't know what we're gonna do coming up. We are gonna get after some catfish, but a lot of our catfish, and obviously it's gonna be bank poles and things like that. So we're gonna need live brim for that. So we'll be probably in the next week or two stocking back up on some live bait for our bank poles, and trying to gear back up for that. But it'd just be probably a waste of freezer space, and I'd probably put them in there and forget they're in there and not take them back out, to be honest about it. So I feed the fish and the turtles in the pond with most of the shrimp heads and stuff. I did consider taking these heads and popping that spider out. I know a lot of people eat those. I thought about taking them, putting them on a trot line or some trot line bait and trying it out. I know I've caught some panfish on that part of that head before. One time up in Oklahoma, caught some nice brim and actually caught some white perch up there fishing with those years ago. It was in a farm pond. All I had was some shrimp, and popped those out trying to catch some brim. Ended up catching them and white perch on them. So, not sure if they thought they was a farm spider or what they thought, but they ate them. Been years ago when I did that, but some fish will definitely eat those heads or that bottom part out of the head. Probably real good channel catfish bait if I had to guess. Shrimp, catfish love shrimp. We used to use shrimp for bait in Alabama. You know, we were commercial fishing. We had our commercial shrimp, and we had plenty of shrimp in the freezer and stuff, and we would use shrimp for catfish bait. Channel cats love shrimp. I know a lot of people go to the store and buy those little popcorn shrimp. Use those for channel cat bait. They do pretty good on them. I've used them on trot lines and all kind of stuff years ago. Hadn't done as much trot line fishing in the last probably 10 or 15 years as what I used to do. I used to trot line fish all the time. So I don't know, I'm sure that's something we're going to revisit a little bit with the channel, the trot lines. Like running them. They just, my thing with them was they changed the regulations in our area to where you got to put the cotton string on the ends and all that. It got to be a little bit of a hassle. It's really the only reason I backed off of the trot lines. Shrimp and chicken. Let's see, where we at? Mike and Mr. Bill talking back and forth. Got Mike on there. Got Mr. Ken back on. Steelhead and shrimp. Yeah, this is the last of them right here that I got on the table now, Ken. Yeah, I cut out, it's the internet. We got this bad internet up here. And, I say we got bad internet. We got Starlink and it's good, but I'm out on the back porch away from the, receiver and all, so that's probably why it did it. I kind of scooted down a little bit closer to the receiver to where I was last night in hopes that I'd have a little bit better signal here. Hopefully one of these days we get all this set up. I like doing the outdoor stuff, you know. I'm not real crazy about going live in the house or something like that until I get like my jig tying station that I keep talking about set up. And I don't know, I just like outside. So trying to make it work out here. Once I get this phone changed over to AT&T, I don't think I have any issues. I think it would pick up, like if we lost a little bit of internet or whatever, I think it'd pick up and I'd be alright on AT&T. But I got a few months left on the contract, so it's going to be a few months before that happens. Let that contract in. I'm just going to renew with AT&T. That's my thoughts on it. I'm way behind on the comments, guys. I'm trying to get these. Yeah, they pretty shrimp, Tim. Nothing wrong with them. I don't get too tore up when we got a lot of smalls in here, but I don't get too tore up over the smalls because a pound of shrimp's a pound of shrimp. It don't matter if they small or big, it just takes you longer to peel them. They eat just as good. You know, everybody wants 1620s. Well, I want 1620s too, but if the good Lord gives me some of them, guess what? We're just going to eat them. That's just the way I've always looked at shrimp. I guess that was from back in the days, you know. We couldn't always pick what size we caught. I can tell y'all, when we was commercial shrimping though, we very rarely sold our mediums, and you know, we wouldn't catch a ton of the big ones, but what we caught 25, 30, 40 pounds a night, you know, unless we was just in a lot of big ones. They never got sold. We put them in the freezer and we ate them ourselves. Just didn't justify enough money to give up our big mama shrimp. So we always ate them. Now we caught some nice ones last year a couple times. And there's some good ones in here. That's a white shrimp there, and some of them's already that big or bigger, you know. Got a few, looks like mama shrimp moving in, two possibly. And there's a good white shrimp right there. That's 1620 right there. That's 1620 count. Nothing wrong with those at all. Outdoors is better. Bayou Belle, she's observing. She keep an eye on us. Mr. Bill said hello. Y'all can see all that in the comments. Tim says we're doing great. Ken says, did you use your new net for these shrimp? We did, Ken, we did use the new net one night without a bib. We just pulled it straight. And Ken, was that you talking about the other day, the weight on the lead lines? Was that you talking about that? Somebody on here was talking about the weight. We run into that on this trip. Leslie Byram's on here. Leslie asked imagine how much all this shrimp would cost at the store. Leslie, shrimp last year was cheap, like real cheap. Just as a boat run, this would probably count out. The little ones would hurt the big count. So it'd probably be like a 40-50 count if you didn't pick the little ones out. 40-50s this year is probably $2 a pound down there in that area. So, you know, if you bought them at the dock, you probably would pay $2 a pound for these. So I'm just saying, and I haven't seen this year, I'm telling y'all, shrimp's a little more scarce. We did pretty well considering what I'm seeing the commercial boats come in. A lot of them ain't even going out. No, I do not sell them, Pat. I do not sell them. We're not doing this commercially at all. This is just recreational. We just catching them to film some videos and put a few in the freezer. That's all we doing. Yeah, I don't remember who that was, Ken. It was somebody that had some. Pat, no, this is not our main job. Mr. Bill said that. I'm an electrician by trade. We both, me and Danielle both, if you've seen very many of the videos on the channel, you know, as much as possible, it's me and the wife both. We both have day jobs. We both work. And YouTube's just kind of happened, to be honest about it. Wasn't really planned. It just a lot of what we do. We started filming. We've been doing the shrimping. I did years ago. We got back into last year, and definitely don't regret it. We've had a good time shrimping. This was our 5th trip shrimping in South Louisiana that we went and done and did some filming and stuff. But the stuff on our channel, if you're new to the channel, I don't recall seeing your name anywhere in the comments, Pat, but if y'all are new to the channel, Leslie, I know you look familiar. I know I've seen you comment. But if y'all are new to the channel, let us know how you found the channel, and yeah, let us know how you found the channel, and when you got on the channel, when you subscribed. Appreciate y'all watching, subscribing, hitting thumbs up, all that good stuff. Yeah, most of the time if our work schedule is allowing, it's me and Danielle in most all of our films. Every once in a while, we just can't make it happen with our work schedules. I went on a different work shift, and that's made it a little more difficult, but we're going to get that lined out one of these days. We do a lot of this stuff already, been doing a lot of it for years, the hunting and fishing, and just started filming, and God's Country Hunting and Fishing was born. Decided to roll with it. mainly from the support. Sent over by Louisiana Life. When'd you come over, Pat? $8 to $10 a pound in Florida. Yeah, shrimp for some reason are a little more scarce this year. They're higher in Louisiana than they were last year for sure. We didn't see, normally you see people on the sides of the road and stuff selling shrimp. We didn't see people anywhere, either trip. We've been down twice and we didn't see anybody anywhere selling shrimp on the side of the road. Not one person. And that's rare in South Louisiana. Very rare. So if you're gonna get shrimp this year and put in your freezer, and you're in South Louisiana or anywhere else for that matter, you might want to get them and get them put up when you get the chance. 2 weeks ago, we appreciate that, Pat. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name. Where are you from, Pat? And Pat, Samuel, and I know Leslie may have already said where y'all from. Pennsylvania, okay. I got some friends up. Pennsylvania. I've never been up there, but got a couple guys up that way that we met in Colorado a few years ago elk hunting. Real nice folks. Met some guys from Pennsylvania in Wyoming. Didn't really make friends with them, but I mean we were friends. I just hadn't talked to them. We met them on a hunt, but we met some people I still talk to. We camped beside them and got to hunt with them and all that in Colorado. Our first elk hunt's probably been 9-10 years ago. I still talk to them. Daryl and Tom. From up there, super nice guys. Kind of tucked us under their wing actually for it to be our first trip. Showed us a lot of stuff. Yeah. Ralph Ups. Hog hunting is year round for us. We don't have to have any permits. You got to have a license. In my understanding, state of Louisiana, you got to have a license to hunt hogs. Arkansas, you don't even have to have a license to hunt hogs. We do most of our hunting in Arkansas. We do buy a non-resident license every year anyways, but that's by deer season. You don't have to have a license to hog hunt up there. So we hog hunt and trap hogs in Arkansas year round. No season on hogs anywhere that I know of. Other than WMAs like wildlife management areas, you can't go in on those during. It's got to be some kind of open season on most of them. All of those have different rules. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate it. Y'all gonna get to see us and that Louisiana Life together coming up pretty soon. That's who was with me when we caught the shrimp this week was Mr. Keith, and Drake was in the boat with us. So got to spend some time with them this week. Had a real good trip, real fun time. He's gonna have a shrimping video coming out, so y'all look forward to that. We'll have some more shrimping and crabbing coming out on our channel this Sunday morning. Hopefully I can get it all edited in time for Sunday morning's normal time. But this Sunday should be crabbing and some good cooking. Maybe going over how to make some crab nets, make your own homemade crab nets and stuff like that in this Sunday's video. So trying to get that thrown together, but I got this to do and that video to put together, so y'all know I'm gonna be busy. Drake had fun. Yes, he did. Happy hog hunting, Ralph. Got you? Yeah, we're gonna get on the hogs real soon. Ken, I think in 2 days, I think we caught 11 dozen blue crab. 11 dozen. Caught some good ones. We caught way more than that. A bunch of small ones, but we threw a bunch of small ones back. We was catching enough big ones. That's just what we was trying to keep. Was we kept some medium ones, especially the first day. Second day we kind of got a little picky and started just keeping the Pat. What are you saying, Pat? CG tugboat. What you saying there, Pat? I'm not real good at shorthand. Last of the shrimp. Get these deheaded, get these put up. I'll be sitting in pretty good shape. I don't rest easy till they in the freezer, y'all. Pat says, that Louisiana Live sent you to the channel. Appreciate you coming over. Appreciate you. Appreciate them. Very much so. Y'all see that in some upcoming videos. Promise y'all that. Ralph, where you from, Ralph? Father and son in a tugboat? Are you telling me a channel? Because I don't know that channel if you're telling me a channel. Ralph's, he's from England, UK. Okay. I can just tell sometimes by the verbiage, the typing, or the wordage is a little different, so I almost can tell when somebody's from outside the U.S. Now I'm going to go back to what you was asking. The fish, the Asian carp, I don't have much experience on these Asian carp. They are getting to be everywhere, but we got them in our area. I've caught a few, but they hadn't got real thick, so it's not anything that we've like focused on trying to eat or anything like that. We probably are. They're saying they're pretty good eating. I can't confirm nor deny that, so we're going to be trying some when we get some fresh ones, or one that's fresh. We're going to probably try to cook one and let y'all know on the channel, you know, whether they're good, bad, or what. But they are starting to take over in places in the U.S., like getting pretty thick. Mr. Bill says CJ Camping. Yes, I am familiar with CJ Camping. Yes. He's from down around the Lake Barrett area. Never spoken to him, but I have seen some of their videos. On their houseboat. I'm with you now. I'm a little simple-minded. Y'all gotta explain stuff for me. Their little camping boat. They fixed up. Flies getting bad. As YouTube gets more and more popular over time, you're starting to see more and more YouTube channels pop up. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of channels pop up over the next few years. It's a lot of work, guys. Have people ask me all the time. At least to push it and keep it rolling, it's a lot of work. A lot of work goes into what we do. I always say we're doing what we always did. We are doing what we always did, but to keep the content rolling, we don't get much rest. You know, to put out a video a week and work our real jobs. I shouldn't say our real jobs because this is a real job too, but to work our jobs that we've been paying the bills with for years, to keep everything rolling and get this off the ground and going, we don't get much rest. You know, we don't really get we call it a vacation, you know, if we go elk hunting or take a week off and go deer hunting or something, or fishing, but at the same time, these guys that have a YouTube channel like us or different ones, you know, we're not per se, we take a vacation and go shoot film, so it's not really a vacation from what goes along with YouTube. We don't get much breaks in the YouTube world. The only plus is we get to associate with all you guys, and we get to enjoy what we're doing, and I think that's the difference. That's why we're willing to keep doing this, is we enjoy this type of lifestyle. Cajun Yacht, Little G, Pat's talking about Little G. Yeah, Ken, last night, you talking about the light? Oh, the boat ran good. Yeah, the boat ran good. Ken, no problems on the boat at all. The motor, the engine was running smoother. We actually was able to drag at a lower RPM and get the same speed pulling the shrimp net. We actually lowered our RPM by getting that tanking all cleaned out and getting that crud out of our gas lines and stuff. We actually was able to lower the RPM on the motor dragging by nearly 2,000 RPMs, or nearly 200 RPMs. Not 2,000. 2,000 would have been sitting at zero. We went from pulling 2,000, 2,100 RPMs to pulling about 1,900 RPMs the whole trip. It's about what we dragging at. 2 to 2.4 mile per hour, just depending on with the wind or current or whatever. Roughly what we drug. I'm not sure I've found the sweet spot. I tried once slowing down to around 2 mile per hour, and I tried speeding up to around 2.5, and honestly, you know, with a 20-foot net, I'm not even sure we could really tell the difference. Over time, you might be able to tell the difference with like a 25-foot net, but I couldn't really tell the difference. We sped up. Of course, we had a few more bigger shad and stuff that we really didn't want. So the drag was cleaner when we dropped down to 2 mile per hour. I'm sure there's some experts. I don't know if anybody's watching today that shrimp, but there's going to be some experts. I want to say years ago we drug around 2.25 or something like that is what I was thinking. I can't remember all that stuff. So I'm having to relearn. 30 years you sit not doing something, you remember a lot of it, enough to get you by, but I don't remember all of it. Dale, what I miss? Dale coming alive. What I miss? What I miss, Bill? Oh, Dale Gerald, okay. Yes, sir. See Mr. Dale come in here quite often. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Not gonna have that many people on the lives on these day lives, y'all. The afternoons lives get a lot more people, a lot more interaction. We do tend to see more UK people. Got Ralph in here. We normally got a couple more from the UK. I guess this is like after, what is this, afternoon probably in the UK. So I don't know, as we get a bigger following in the UK, I guess maybe these daytime lives and stuff might get a little more people from UK. And glad y'all joined us though. As they say, living a dream. Not sure what dream it is, but we living a dream. Tired. Or slam. I'm wore out right now, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. The older I get, I guess it's only gonna get worse for me, but we didn't have about 6, 7, maybe 7 or 8 hours of sleep in about a 3-day span, running the roads, trying to shoot some film and stuff. And that starts to catch up with me. After this trip, it'll probably take me 3 days to recover from all that. Pretty sure Keith and Adam felt the same way. Them boys was tired too. Ours, we got a little more sleep, but it's the drive too. You got to get up and drive back and all that. It's about the time you stop and get something to eat and all that, about a 6-hour drive from down there back up here, 5.5, 6 hours, something like that. Time you stop a few times, get some fuel and get some food. Last few here. Last few. Look at that big old brownie right there. Look how dark that joker is. Big old brown shrimp. That's what we thought we was getting into. That's what we thought we was gonna catch this trip. And the wind, with a small boat, we try to stay like out of the bad wind. So we just have to go where we can, where the weather lets us go. We've been wanting to go out in the bay and shrimp a little bit, but I'm not too much on risking it in a small boat. So we kind of stayed up in the edge of the marsh behind some islands and stuff. And we did okay like that. But the wind was out of the south, and we couldn't really get in those bays where we want to, because it'd been just a little rougher than I wanted to deal with. Might would have been okay, but it'd have been slinging us around and stuff. It would have just wore us out a lot quicker. I'm not going to fight that, for a fish or shrimp. Better safe than sorry. As long as you can go down and have a good time and catch a few of these, better off just to hang in there and get them. Also, about time to catch some channel cats too, y'all. Probably gonna be in the next few weeks. Oh yeah, brown shrimp, white shrimp. They was asking last night, Dale, which ones tasted better, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, hoppers. If you know what the hoppers are, Mobile Bay, we always caught them close to Dolphin Island in January to March, if I remember right, around February, March, early April, something like that. Sometime in there we could catch hoppers down there years ago, and those hoppers were kind of a grayish looking shrimp, a little darker gray. Them things was the best tasting shrimp. I don't know their real name. We just always called them hoppers. Those things were fine eating. Never caught tons of them. You know, you shrimp all night, you'd catch 100, 150 pounds in a big commercial boat. But best tasting shrimp I've ever eaten. They're really sweet tasting. Almost like you pour sugar on them, to be honest about it. Had up over 30 in here today, y'all. That's about normal what we run on the lives in the daytime. From what I've seen during the week, everybody's at work, so a lot of the guys on are either from the UK or maybe retired. A lot of retired people, guys and gals. Appreciate the women folks that's got on last night, today. Appreciate all y'all checking out what we got going on in God's country. About to wrap up deheading these shrimp. Show y'all how I package them, how we freeze them. Had some questions on that over the last sometime during the last videos. I don't know if it was later after we did the lives and we got those comments or what, but we had some questions on how we freeze them, how we put them up. You know, shrimp, when you pop the head off, they still got a lot of protection with that shell on them. So those shrimp don't tend to freezer burn as quick as a lot of other meats and stuff. So we Ziploc bag them, put a little water in them, put them in the freezer and freeze them in that water, and shrimp will stay good in the freezer like that for nearly a year. 6 months, no problem at all, but pretty much they're good for a year like that. Some meats won't do real good that, you know, they'll go to tasting a little weird or something, but shrimp, they're fine in the freezer done like that. Unless you want to peel them all and vacuum seal them, you can do it that way. What am I missing? Tara Strickland. Where you from, Tara? Says first time watching the first time watching the live. Thank you for stopping by. John the 4th. Morning, been watching the TV this morning, but wanted to ask about the line upstate South Carolina. Glad to have you, Tara. We don't get I don't know if I've seen very many people from South Carolina, but glad to have you. Hopefully you're checking out the other videos and stuff too. We got a lot of videos. How'd you find the channel and how long you been on here? David Bunton. David, I know we've had some Davids. Are you one of the ones that's been on, or did you just find us? But I know we had David. I'm bad with names, so I just don't remember seeing the last name. How'd you find our channel, Tara, and when did you find it? Let me put these shrimp in the cooler, y'all. Get everything rinsed down good. Yeah, we're glad you found the channel too. Glad to have some people over in South Carolina. We do have some people in South Carolina that watch the channel, but I hadn't seen a lot of people from South Carolina comment. Can't leave that one out. Y'all look, that one down there on the ground. Alright, what I miss? Found a channel by watching other fishing videos. Found your channel about 2 months ago. Already subscribed. Appreciate that, Tara. So yeah, Tara, all of them, we're just trying to keep an idea, like how's people finding the channel? How do we get the channel out there to more people? So it helps us when people say how they found it. If it just come up in a feed, that just means, if you're just scrolling through fishing videos and it popped up, that just means that YouTube put us out there as an impression, which means we're kind of doing our job. They don't put, it's hard to get impressions from YouTube, so it means we got it rolling the right way if we're getting impressions from YouTube. We get to see all those numbers and track all that, so it gives us a good idea. Oh, a lot of people come over from that Louisiana Life, thus some of the videos that we've been with Keith and Tara over there, and hope that all of our people are going over there and subscribing to their channel as well. And if you're on our channel and not on theirs, or somebody that we do a video with, y'all let them know when you subscribe to their channel that you come over from God's Country Hunting Fishing. That helps us keep a track of, like, it don't do a lot for us, but it lets us know, kind of reaffirms, hey, we're doing the right thing, doing these collaborations and things like that. Just gives us an idea that we did something good, did it the right way. And I'm looking over here, sorry about that, y'all, but I got my iPad set up over here, and I can read it way better than looking at the phone. I still got to figure out how to get this. Danielle's going to have to show me how to get the wording on it way bigger. I think she knows how to do that. Oh yeah, Mr. Bill, that's the way the algorithms work. Like if you're searching hunting and fishing a lot, or fishing a lot, like that's what's going to start popping up in your feed, and it'll be a lot of other channels and stuff. It's not going to be just our channel. But yeah, that means, and it could be that you're watching Keith and Tara's channel, and our channel is recommended just from watching one of their videos. It may not be that you actually seen us in one of their videos. It could be a channel similar to ours. That's kind of how YouTube works. It throws a lot of suggestions out there. It tries to put the content in front of the people that are actually going to click on it and watch it, is what it tries to do. The system's set up like that. Y'all, I know I'm butchering these comments. I'm missing some. No shrimp here in Arkansas to fish for. Wish there was. I wish, man, I'm telling you, chit chat. Hey, you just gotta go get them sometimes. It'd probably be expensive for non-resident license in South Louisiana, and I'm sure that trip from Arkansas all the way down would be brutal. But yeah, Mr. Bill, he watches a lot of YouTube, so he's got a lot of this stuff figured out too. Gonna have to get some glasses. Dale, I'm 40, I think I'm 48. I don't know. I'm either 48 or just turned 49, one of the two. I can't keep up with it. Getting older. But I can tell my vision's like not what it used to be. And a lot of it too is probably stemming from looking at the YouTube stuff all the time, looking at the videos, and it's not real good to look at a screen all the time, but we all do it, so I appreciate y'all for doing it, but we're probably sacrificing our vision a little bit. I'm fixing to rinse this table off, y'all, so I gotta come around on the other side and rinse it off. Starting to warm up a little bit. Starting to get hot. Starting to warm up. Gonna show y'all some nice blue crabs right here. Try and keep everything clean, keep the flies off of everything. Them suckers, they pretty aggravating. Pretty aggravating. I got me some bowls and Ziploc bags and stuff over here. I gotta get out. Yep. Now we're talking. Y'all just thought them shrimp was good. That's what I'm talking about right there, y'all. Now we're talking. Now look at that. Oh, I got them going everywhere. Y'all see them claws? Look at that. There's crab claws in there. Claws turned loose on them. We didn't know if y'all ever seen anybody clean a blue crab or not. That's clean right there. That's ready to eat. We just pop that bottom piece there off, pop that open like that. This is the lungs right here. If y'all hadn't ever seen, that's the lungs. Take all that out, and that's all meat and shell left. Look at there. That meat right there. That's as good as it gets. That's the best. That's one of the best meats on earth, in my opinion, right there. The old crab, the old blue crab. Pop them lungs out of there, get rid of that. They ain't no good. Just the meat and shell. We let them soak good. We cook these in South Louisiana. They cook better when they're live than they do if you let them die and leave them on ice. So try to boil them while they're still alive. Y'all can see, watch the juice dripping out of there. That's when they ripe. You can put these in the refrigerator and eat on them for several days. Several days. Nothing wrong with some good old blue crab. We'll shell these out, put them in our gumbo, pop some crab claws, put them in food, make crab cakes out of them. Y'all gonna get to see some of that in Sunday's video. We'll show some crab recipes, a couple of our favorites, and yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, let me catch up on the comments. Mr. Bill says I'm the same age as his oldest daughter. Cool. She was born around 78 then. Y'all know what? I'm gonna see if I got that shrimp out. I'm gonna see if I can move this a little bit closer. Y'all see me struggling. I'm reaching to try to see that. Now maybe I can read it better. Ah, if I could ever figure out how to get them. Oh, y'all talking about surgeries now. Bad experience eating blue crab. Oh, you must be just talking about just being able to get the meat out. Because the taste of them should have been off the chain. Samuel said he graduated in 79. Y'all making me feel young in here, graduating the same year I was born. Dale asking, when will we be doing another run with the bank poles and limb lines? Good question. I think Dale, probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Probably the next 2 to 3 weeks. Probably going to be 1st of July, so it may be mid to the end of July before the video comes out. Probably going to have a couple more things coming out between now and then. We'll be having some of this shrimping coming out, some crabbing. Not sure what else. Probably going to try to maybe fit a bonus video or 2 in. We'll see on that. Bonus videos, just if I have time to produce those bonus videos, you know, the Wednesday afternoon videos. That's nothing that's ever going to be scheduled, because sometimes life happens and we don't have the time to go get the content or create the content. Pretty busy trying to create that much content, and we don't want to use up all of our content and not have a Sunday morning video either. So Sunday mornings are priority right now, unless we ever change that time. We can't really see enough number wise to suggest that we ever change that time. No doubt Sunday afternoons is a good time, but there's already a lot of people post on Sunday afternoon, so we try not to, you know, for the most part, most of us try not to like step on each other's times and stuff like that, for obvious reasons. Yeah, Dale, I don't know. That's something, I don't know what we'll do on that. I'm not saying we won't ever, but I'm not sure how we it's almost I'm gonna just be honest with you, Dale. It's almost a sensitive deal. Like, uh, it's not sensitive for us. We love to. That said, I don't know if that's anything we'll ever jump like straight into without testing the waters a little bit. You know, while we always will stick to our guns and never be ashamed of our morals and principles and our stance on Christianity, we will we don't want to run people away by no means, but we'd like to create and have an audience. It's one of them deals like, how do you do something like that before you build your audience? You know what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense. Like, if you're going to talk to people, you know, the timing's got to be right. So I'm not sure what we would ever do there or how we would do that yet. Believe me, Dale, the thoughts cross my mind. It's something that's on our mind, but, you know, we're never one to shove anything on anybody else that's unwanted. It's more of a lead by example type deal at this point. Dale, I don't think there is anything against doing that live. I haven't looked into it as far as live at all. You know, you can't, like, I'm sitting here, y'all can't really, y'all can see the comments and stuff like that, but y'all don't really get to see, like, let me put it this way, Dale. Y'all don't really get to see the numbers and stuff on the chats that I do. So I can look right now and tell exactly how many people's on here. And if I go to talking about the wrong subject or something, you'll go to seeing people like getting off, like that number will start changing. People lose interest real quick. And it's really hard to keep an audience plugged in anyways. That's something that we have to learn how to do as content creators on YouTube, is how do you even, I mean, I was on the phone yesterday, you know, with, been on the phone the last couple of weeks with guys that's got smaller YouTube channels. Not knocking anybody that's smaller, because we were smaller yesterday than we are today. You know, it's just, our channel's growing. People take notice of that, so you'll start getting phone calls on, hey, what are you doing right? What am I doing wrong? That kind of thing, and just for advice in this world the YouTube world we live in. And everything's numbers based, right? Like, you can lose an audience as quick as you can gain them, and we definitely don't want to do that, because if we lose our audience, we ain't done nothing. All the work's been for nothing. That said, at the end of the day, you know, there's a message to be had, a message to be given, and a message to be taken. So, be his timing on all that stuff, for sure. one thing we're focused on right now is supplying clean, morally sound content that people can watch, sit down and watch with their family, learn a little bit about the outdoors. They can have their kids, their grandkids watch, and they ain't got to worry about the kids picking up bad language or bad habits, other than they're gonna probably cost you a lot in fishing gear and equipment and boats and stuff like that, you know. But I promise you, you'd rather be buying them that than you had them spending their money on other stuff. So at this point, that's what it's about. Kind of first and foremost, so to speak. Yeah, a lot of subjects on YouTube are on a daily basis are sensitive. You go to, you know, we're not ashamed of our Christian way of life. We're not ashamed of God or Jesus or what our profession of faith is. But you go talking about a lot of stuff, you can lose an audience really, really quick if you're not careful. You know, I grew up in church around preachers. My dad was a minister. My grandfather was a minister. I've seen the right way to do stuff, talking about Christianity and promoting Christianity. I've seen that happen in a good realm, and I've seen it happen to the extent that people try to shove things down other people's throats, so to speak, and it don't normally go too good when you do that. I'm not about that. So I want everybody to feel welcome to the channel. It doesn't matter their background, doesn't matter their race, religion, it doesn't matter their political preference, you know. All of that chit chat I can read almost. There's like a little, for some reason there's a heart where I guess like I can like the comments or something, and it covers up the last word in every comment. Yeah, politics and religion will cause a fuss. Yeah, chit chat, I don't think we'll ever do that, even as we're talking about it. Y'all hear me touch on subjects sometimes from time to time, but we're never going to cause an argument or something. If it goes to leading to that, I'll put a stop to it quick. Like, we're not going to do that. We can, I welcome, look, it doesn't matter if it's the way I'm dragging a shrimp trawl, I welcome criticism, I call it debate, you know, healthy debate, as long as it's healthy and we can learn from it, you know. Look, we're not going to hide our religion, our faith, we're not going to hide that. We don't in the name of our channel, and we're not going to in our daily life. So obviously from the name of the channel we're not hiding it, you know. But there again, we want people to be able to come in regardless what background they're from and feel comfortable on our channel watching our videos, you know. So I don't think it'll ever be, if we ever do anything like that, Dale, I don't think it'll ever be anything like we're in here doing this every video or something like that. It'll never become that, never. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just something you gotta, you know, if you take a good, perfect example of this is Phil Robertson and what they did and what Mr. Phil was able to do in his life. You know, go from what he calls himself a bad person, not living a moral life. He told that was his testimony. Create some of the best hunting content that's ever been created, right? YouTube wasn't even a thing. I'm not even sure YouTube was a dream when their hunting videos was coming out. I bought them on VHS and we watched them. You know, everybody had to have those shows and watch them. People was borrowing them from each other. And the reason it was is because it was real, it was raw, He was just taking a cameraman with him, filming what they already were doing. Same stuff that we're doing. In some of the same locations, some places that, we film and do stuff. You got to commend what he did, because before the end of his life, he was able to reach and touch a lot of people in a lot of ways. Whether it just be an example or what, he did that through his testimony, through his content, and they're still doing it. There's still an outreach there. So, yeah, that's about what I got to say about that. I don't know how else to put it. Ken said, "Where you at?" She's at work. Oh my goodness. He is not here. Try and get everything washed up, cleaned up. Michael's back in the house. Yeah, Michael. And he didn't do it by forcing it on people. He did it by allowing it to happen. And in the end, people was inviting him to come and speak to people. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of everything in its own time, y'all. Everything in its own time. God's timing's not really our timing. Our timing, we see, hey man, let's do something, kind of like me, I'm that way. But that's not really God's timing, so yeah. I gotta get these 46 people, y'all. We got a few more people. Appreciate y'all. Must be lunch break or something. People's on lunch break. Getting to come in and check out the live. Y'all just joined us or didn't see yesterday's live. We had a pretty good live last night. Got to talk a lot about where we've been the last few days, what's been going on with us, all that good stuff. What we got upcoming with the videos, all that stuff. A lot of good information on last night's live. I'm gonna try to put these up, and I'm gonna give y'all a little glimpse before I go try to lay down and take me a nap before I go to work. I'm gonna try to give y'all a little glimpse into what I had to deal with when I get back from South Louisiana as far as the shrimp, the boat. What I gotta do as far as putting up the shrimp net and all that. And then this evening when Danielle gets home, I'm gonna let her put up all the stuff out of the shrimp boat and clean the boat up and all that good stuff when she gets home this evening while I take a nap. I think that's a great idea. What do y'all think? I think she should take care of me like that. Mr. Ken, yes, you can freeze these crab. Of course, you can't put water in them, nothing like that. You can freeze them. We took some out the other day. We may or may not even freeze these. You can refrigerate them for several days. They're cooked. It's cooked meat. So, Ralph's right about his comment there, guys. I can't repeat all that, but social participation in food. Yep. He's point on right there. Ken, put your foot down. Have to do that sometimes, Ken. You know how it is. I just normally put my foot down till she says no, and then I just go on about my business. About how that normally goes. Ain't no need in arguing with a redhead. I can go and tell y'all, man, it don't work. Yeah, Michael, 100%. Never will. Thanks for opening the can. Yeah. Hey, that's fine. I'm fine with saying it how it is. That's just my take on it is I don't know. It's something Daddy always told me. Hey, you see a lot of people come out and tell people they're doing wrong and this, that, and the other, and I've seen it. My whole life I've seen it. Can't do that to people. You gotta let people. You gotta let people kind of find their own way sometimes, and just you can do a lot just walking in life by an example to your kids, your grandkids, your people around you. Sometimes I'm probably a bad example, but try not to be. Now, she better leave them skillets in the kitchen and have some cornbread in them. Yeah. She knows to get that cornbread in them skillets. Y'all give me just a second. I'm gonna run and put these. I'm gonna come back and put them shrimp up, but I'm just go put these in the fridge. All right, I made it back. Made it back. All right, time to put up the shrimp. I'm old. Trying to get all my ice chest washed and cleaned out. All that good stuff. Don't want none of them stinking, especially my good ones. If I don't get them cleaned up, Miss Danielle will be mad at me. Can't have her mad at me. Ralph said, well, I missed several. Old man catfishing and Ken, sorry about y'all's loss. I think we've all been there at this point in our lives, so we know what you're going through. Hadn't been there with losing a kid or grandchild, so definitely prayers with you on that, old man catfishing, because I can't imagine that ever happened. That's not the way we intended on things taking place. So prayers continue for that. Tara says she tells her husband she gonna get him when he goes to sleep. Yeah, yeah, Tara, we all sleep with one eye open. Ralph says don't have a sponsor for this channel, not even fish hooks or. We do actually have some sponsors, Ralph. Ralph, you can go to in our bio, we got our link tree. Some of our sponsors are in there on our link tree. We don't have any monetary sponsors at this point. We haven't taken any. We get a few offers. It's nothing we're interested in. We're not just gonna take sponsors to take sponsors. The sponsors that we have taken was product sponsors. You know, product stuff we can use in our videos, and we'll shout those guys out for that. Yeah, Ralph, I don't know, I don't really know where we're going to go on that, to be honest about it at this point. Not really worried about it, to be honest about it. Sure, at some point in time, if we keep growing, somebody's going to want to jump on board. But, you know, it's going to have to make sense for us to do anything like that, to do any type of sponsorship deal. It's going to have to make sense, and it's going to have to be worthwhile doing. We're not taking a sponsorship just to be taking a sponsorship. That'll never happen. Not to like say, oh, we're sponsored. That ain't happening. Never. Not on this channel. I got probably a better idea for. Try to get some of these shrimp put up. Don't really have to write shrimp on them because you already know it's shrimp, but I do like to. Don't have to write shrimp on them because we already know it's shrimp, but I do like to put the dates on the bags. And of course I get the marker wet right out the gate, y'all. I knew that was going to happen. I know I'm missing some of y'all's comments. Somebody must have asked about the rocket stove. Mr. Bill. Y'all comment faster than I can read them. These some pretty nice medium to large shrimp for frying and this, that, and the other, y'all. Nice shrimp here. Pretty shrimp. rocket stove's pretty sweet, y'all, especially for outdoors cooking. Kiss on smoke. Y'all check them out. So, we got our bag full of shrimp right there. I'm gonna let that water run because it's running through the sunlight. Get that hot water out of that water hose, and we'll just put a little bit of water in there once that water's cool, and stick these in the freezer. Let them be chilling down. Finally got to the cooler water hose. I got it stretched out. Took a second. Definitely don't want to put hot water in your shrimp by no means. Always put a little water in there. Kind of get ready to seal them. Once they're almost sealed, I squeeze most of the water back out as much as possible. Just trickling out of there right now, and then finish sealing it, and that's all it is to it. That's how we package our shrimp right there. Cool water, seal your bag, same way we package our fish. Most of our freshwater fish. We don't squeeze too much of the water out of the shrimp, because if you do, them tails will prick that bag, and then you'll have a leak and you'll get air all in your bag. We try to be easy with the ziplock on the shrimp. Yes, Tara, we freeze our, all of our freshwater fish we freeze the same way except for gar. The only one different was gar, and we vacuum sealed the gar. Every other freshwater fish we freeze the same way. Now on the freshwater fish we push all the water we can get back out of it, just where it's airtight. You can see not like a lot of air in there. It's kind of airtight like, and just push them, let them air pockets kind of run out of there, and seal it. So now it's airtight, and that'll stay good a year in the freezer like that with the shrimp. I'll be right back and stick these in the freezer right here, y'all. I got my champagne basket, some of them call it my shrimp basket. I'm going to put my shrimp in the ice in this, wash the ice back out, and then I just dump them up here and package them. that quick that water done heated up in that water hose. So y'all be careful about that. If you're packaging fish or shrimp outside, y'all be careful about putting that hot water in your shrimp or fish. All I'm doing I've got my basket. I'm just rinsing that shrimp with that ice in there. Washing that. Y'all can see right here. It's got the shrimp and the ice in there. So I'm just washing the ice out of that basket. That's all I'm doing. Ken says, yeah, go pick up his grandbabies. Go get them grandbabies, Ken. Fried green tomatoes. I like fried green tomatoes. I like squash better those days. Fried squash. I love some fried squash. Nothing wrong with some fried green tomatoes though. We ain't done a garden in like 3 years. Me and Danielle, we used to have a garden every year. Hard for us to do a garden and face filming all this content. You never tried what? Never tried squash? Sarah says she's learned from watching our channel how to clean catfish, recipes for cooking, and now how to freeze shrimp. We don't hide none of the good stuff here. I mean, that's just stuff that we've done for years. But yeah, if you got any questions about any of it, always feel free to shoot us in the comment sections the best, because right now we look and read every comment so far. Right now we're keeping up with it best as we can anyways. Y'all check that out. Old squid, calamari coming up on the menu. Might fry those up in an upcoming episode also. How about that? Fried calamari. Got them pretty shrimp going in the Ziplocs right there. These really a good size shrimp to do like a little bit of everything with, y'all. Fried. I like to boil them with the head on, so we don't much boil them after the fact, as far as once they're deheaded. Coffee, tea, and meat. Better late than never. Coffee, tea, and me. Have you been on a live before? Were you on last night? Danielle was saying some names I had never heard before. You got some new people showing up. Coffee, tea, and me. I don't know. I don't remember your handle there, your name. But thank you for swinging by. Glad to have you. Glad to have everybody. Got a lot of regulars out here. Y'all are the ones gonna build this live thing for us. All you regulars. Mr. Bill, he's working on it hard. I think as long as we can maintain the numbers on our lives and see a little bit of an increase, I think we're gonna keep it rolling best that we can tell. Still can't schedule any times, y'all. It's just gonna be. I know sometimes we try to post ahead of time and say, hey, we're gonna have a live coming up, let people know ahead of time, but that's hard to do sometimes because we're not 100% sure, and I don't want to tell y'all we got one coming and then not do it, and I don't know. It's hard to deal with that part of it, y'all. Figuring out, best times to or going live when we have the opportunity to, I guess you could say. Check it out. Caught a few squids this time. We're gonna fry them up. Asked about the breakfast sausage, smoked sausage. Yeah, I don't remember what you asked, but we get so many questions on the sausage and stuff. We're gonna get back into that, closer to hunting season. Summertime we don't make a lot of sausage. The hogs, if we catch any, it's just basically trying to get rid of them because they're such a nuisance and overrun in our area. We already know we're not going to wipe them out. There's going to be a ton more of them come hunting season. So we'll wait for hunting season to roll around to get some cooler weather before we actually start saving any meat off of them. A lot better eating, they'll be fatter, and you can make some good sausage, at that time. I'm gonna be honest with you, if you want some real good sausage though, you can just do like some Boston butts and like some fat back and make like some really good sausage. Got Sean in the house. Another one of our Florida people. That's several from Florida today. Y'all, let me stick these in the freezer. I'll be right back. Trying to keep them going in the freezer. Oh yeah. That's the last of the big ones. Bigger ones. Great. Dropping bags everywhere. Hot out here, y'all. $47 likes, 44 watching. Yes, sir, Mr. Bill. Not bad today. We had up close to 50 a couple times. 40 something on here right now. not bad for a Friday work day during the day. I'm okay with that. I do realize that a lot of people's and Friday nights aren't that good either. Friday nights and Saturdays, everybody's out doing stuff. People go to trying to relax a little more around Sunday, you know, they're not getting into quite as much. And then middle of the week in the afternoons tends to do pretty fair. Tuesday through Thursday is kind of what is our best times. Cleaning fish and stuff like that, like we've done that, you know, some of those times, and the lives went pretty well. But we're thankful for every one of them. Yeah, people pop in and out. People on the road, busy. We don't want them watching going down the roads and stuff like that. For sure. Some people have jobs, they can check in, they'll check back out, have to go back to work, you know, might be on break, stuff like that. We understand all that. But, you know, there's a lot of people out there that if they found our channel, they would watch. And over time, I think we'll get there on the lives, you know. We're just going to have to keep at it, keep it going, and, you know, down the road, 6 months, a year from now, whatever, these time of the day type lives, you may see 100 people in here, you might see 150, I don't really know. I know eventually it just seems to, everything seems to kind of grow a little bit more as far as the YouTube channel and all goes. So pulling a lot of subscribers. I'll update y'all on the YouTube channel. Yeah, we're next little road mark's 45,000 subs, y'all. Wouldn't have thought when we started this that we'd be looking at that. You know, there's channels that start and blow up big fast. We're not one of those. Kind of got our own pace, but we got a pace that's rolling pretty good. Right now we're gaining right at 3,000 subscribers a month right now. Just going off of that and being realistic, I think probably by the end of the year, probably gonna be looking at somewhere between 55 and 60,000 subscribers on this channel right here. So that's a big thanks to y'all, our regular viewers that come in and start the videos out good and get them out there, get the impressions from YouTube, and it has a bigger reach because of y'all. All we can do is load them on there and hope for the best. It's really y'all that does the work for us. Gets the reach. Hopefully we're doing the videos justice. We'll keep trying to get better at them. 59 likes. Everybody went over and hit the like button, I guess, because it jumped up there right then. Yeah, I see the Sunday's supposed to be a day of rest comment. I don't know, you know, like today's world, everything's such fast pace. It's almost redesigned itself so you don't have a day of rest. You know, like me, I mean, my work schedule, I have to work a lot of Sundays. Half the Sundays I work, so I don't know, the world's changed a lot in the last 50, 60 years, I know. Some of it I didn't see, some of it you guys seen how it changed over time. I'm not sure it's for the better. It's a faster pace. But I'm not sure it's for the better. Y'all can see these squid. I like to take that outer membrane off of there. I'm cleaning these squid right now. And then you take the head out. We'll pop the eyeballs and all that out. Take the beak out and everything. You got two sections. You also got like this little horn thing inside there. You take that out. That's how you clean the squid. That's a good one right there. Calamari at its finest right there, y'all. You just pop the head out. Got the ink and all that has to be washed and get rid of that beak and the eyes and all right there. How many of y'all's ever eat calamari? Calamari or squid? Y'all ever eat calamari or squid? I know fish bait. When I was shrimping, I never did eat them. Never did save them on a shrimp boat. Then I was working overseas and tried some. I was like, man, this stuff's pretty good. I can't believe I threw all them squid back all them years. We used to have people beg us to bring them to squid, and we was always like, I ain't fooling with them squid. We ain't bringing those in. And now I understand why, you know. We don't ever catch a lot of them in there where we've been shrimping. This time we caught, 7 or 8, but they're good enough you don't want to throw them back. So I enjoy eating them. Really good fried. Fantastic. I like to fry them with some shrimp. Y'all can see what they look like. They got that kind of membrane on the outside. Samuel said that's fish bait. It does work really good. White trout love them. But they are fine to eat if you ain't never ate them. That's all I can tell you. Fine eating. Alright guys, I'm going to step over and stick these in the freezer, and we got the little ones to do. Tell y'all what, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Enjoy the conversation. I'm gonna take y'all over and show y'all the aftermath real quick on the boat, and I'm gonna wrap it up. But I did want to show y'all what we had to deal with on cleanup and all. So. Whew. Enjoyed the company though. Well, y'all check this out. This is just getting back. Look at all the, we got the shrimp net in there. We got the grass. Look at all the grass everywhere. We gotta wash all this down, get everything charged back up, our batteries. We got all kinds of stuff strode everywhere in the boat. We clean up pretty good down there, but there's a lot of salt water everywhere and all that good stuff. I have never eat a stingray, nope. Back of the truck's loaded, got extra set of doors right there. But y'all can see I got there's the new shrimp net over there. And there's the old one that I repaired that we drug right there. It did good, no problem at all. But y'all can see I got a lot to do. So I'm gonna get off of here for now. I'll catch back up. If I didn't answer your question or see your comment or whatever, feel free to drop it back on the video after it uploads, because it'll be uploaded here shortly and you can go back and add that. But appreciate y'all joining us for another edition, another live. I'm gonna finish cleaning up. I need to get a couple hours of sleep because I gotta go to work tonight. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. God's Country Hunting and Fishing, keeping it real as always.